This season of My First Dungeon is sponsored by MythWorks. We absolutely loved working with MythWorks on our recent season of The Wild Sea, and we are thrilled to be working with them again on Slugblaster. Our goal with this season is to make you fall in love with Slugblaster just as much as we have. And if you do, you can go to myth.works and use the promo code MFD2025 to get 20% off your own copy of Slugblaster. Again, that's code MFD2025. And with that, let's blast some slugs! The five of you fall through an endless portal of Technicolor darkness. It turns out shooting a reality cannon into a Voidware backpack to make an emergency and extremely unstable escape portal is not something that Slugblasters had ever really thought of, and probably for good reason, because it is an absolutely terrifying experience. Portal travel is usually a quick boom bap, you're in, you're out. This is an extended stay, something akin to a very lo-fi peel back. All of the contents of Rashane's infinite backpack take on distorted and enhanced properties around you, tumbling, so you have to bob and weave through them. Sammy, you see a calculator the size of Andre the Giant laughing at you as it begins to plot the function of the most embarrassing moments of your life.
Oh my god!
Ruby, you see a swarm of campaign buttons swarming around you like a plague of locusts, all chirping.
Too pointy! Too pointy!
Rashane, what's one more thing that you'd find in your backpack?
I think you see like a bunch of gerbils in little balls running around.
You have a gerbil in your backpack?
Yeah, they're fine.
What?
There's a bunch of them.
What?
There's a bunch
in your backpack?
Yeah.
All of you.
No hesitation with that answer, which is concerning.
They're like cyber gerbils.
It's not about thinking. It's just about saying.
Summer, you look out and you see where everyone else is seeing this like weird Technicolor Vanta black mixture of things. It's like seeing a rainbow, but hues of black.
Wow.
You, rather than that, see like a tinge of yellow and a massive gerbil on the other side of a wall, a curved wall, and it takes you a moment to realize that you are the one inside of the gerbil.
That's so funny.
That's hilarious. The terrors around you continue and swirl, and this moment, infinity is not years and years being added. It is one moment being infinitesimally spliced over and over and over and over. And just as you think you've seen every shade of darkness and experienced every possible content of this infinite backpack that has been tormenting you, every single piece of lint, you suddenly slam into a hard slab concrete floor. Above you, you hear a tinny voice through a PA system.
Customer assistance required in the anti-grav mining department. Customer assistance required in the anti-gravity mining department.
You see a pair of worn work boots walk towards you. You trace them up from your spot on the ground as you all are collapsed on top of each other. Summer, you feel underneath you a shattered gerbil ball. The gerbil running around your shoulders and things.
Oh, good. Okay. I was like, Brian, we're going to start this on that now.
No, the gerbil's fine. It's just the ball got shattered. You realize you exploded from inside this ball as you reformed to your normal size.
Oh my god.
You see these work boots walk towards you. You trace your eyes up from from work boots to khakis to a bright orange tucked-in polo to a very down-to-earth smiling face of Paul Hardecker, CEO, owner, operator, and proprietor of Hardecker's Mining. He looks down at you as there is a giant warehouse, kind of like Home Depot-esque, lots of really, really tall shelves with, lumber and electricity and lighting departments and anti-grav mining stuff. He reaches down and kind of looks at you guys and goes, well, hi. I didn't realize there was a portal in my store. That's good to know. Are you guys here for the competition?
Yeah, I don't know if there's a portal in the store, but we're here, and we have everything.
Yeah, Ruby is on the floor on her back and pushes the fifth dimension capacitor into the air like a seal. This is for you.
He grabs it and goes, well, howdy. This is exactly what we were looking for. And puts it in a box with like a couple of other weird, crazy capacitors and these like fifth dimensional coils. This like cardboard box. He kind of like picks you guys up off the floor and goes, well, you folks certainly know how to make an entrance. I'll take your tape, and what name should I put down for your competition?
Huh?
Oh, sorry. I tend to under-enunciate sometimes. What name? What's your skater? What's your Slugblaster crew?
Huh?
Sorry.
We're
HUH?
Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark.
Yeah.
There's
Copy.
5 of them.
Five
One
question mark
for each of
Got
those.
it.
Don't forget me at the end.
Ruby, you're not the last question mark.
Feels like it sometimes.
No, Rubes, come on. No way.
Just kidding.
Well, members of congratulations. This is indeed the entry fee capacitor that we were looking for. And are you guys keeping the second of the two things you're keeping?
Yeah, big time.
We're hoarders.
Yeah, we're going to keep the other one. We're keeping the lightning...
The two-dimensional, three-dimensional
light
on-fire
bulb
light
that looks
bulb.
like it's on fire.
Psionic chiropractor.
We love it.
What was it?
You're giving him the isodecahedric reflux coil. You're keeping the fifth dimensional psionic capacitor.
Oh.
Yes.
Yes. the
Wait, okay,
fifth
so Ruby does
dimensional.
not offer it to him like a seal.
Okay, we're keeping the capacitor.
Ruby offers up the reflux, the isodecahedric reflux coil, which is as if a 20-sided die was made into a coil. Whatever that might look like.
Visualize
We're all
it.
picturing it.
Hurts your brain.
I think it hurts your eyes when you look at it.
Wait, so we won?
Did we win?
Well, it's gonna be announced later today on KQC SM, of course. I hope you guys are excited about the prize we've got here. And you see, you guys had not heard the prize or the competitors because Summer's radio had gone on the fritz.
Right.
And you see a large stanchion, standee thing. It's 5 hour Hardecker tape jam, grand prize. And on it, you see a massive pile of de-scouring spray foam cleaning agent. And it says lifetime supply.
Oh no. Yeah.
Cleaning
agent.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
is there
understand why you
another
Slugblasters
option?
like it so much. But,
Do we?
We
Oh,
like-
wait, I've heard of this stuff.
What?
And I bring everyone into a huddle. This stuff, it actually acts like in the other realms, it's like graffiti that lasts forever.
It's the puffy stuff?
Yeah. Yeah, we've seen it tagged around. And we just got a lifetime supply. We can write across every dimension.
This would be great. I can use it to clean up the graffiti in town.
Or we can just do our own graffiti.
in the plane of null, this descoring spray foam cleaning agent from Hardecker's acts as a extremely caustic cleaning agent. It will if you try to use it on like red brick, graffiti on top of red brick, that brick will turn white and maybe disintegrate. Like,
Yeah, Shane's absolutely going to do that.
We need to use gloves and goggles when we're handling this, for sure.
But in other dimensions, this stuff becomes like a 3 or sometimes 4th, sometimes even 5th dimensional spray paint that like exists in multi-dimensions and literally gets etched into reality because of how caustic it is.
Sick.
Hell yeah.
Wildly dangerous.
Lab safety.
Paul Hardek's just looking at you guys like, I don't really understand why, Slugblasters like this stuff so much, but I guess maybe it cleans your trucks? Is that a word?
Yeah,
Trucks?
trucks get really dirty out there.
Yeah, that's why. Exactly.
Well, great. You can tune into KQCSM later today, and they're actually going to be playing the winning tape, so you'll learn with everybody if you won. So best of luck to y'all.
Okay, well, thank you.
Thanks.
Sorry about the mess in your store. And I like try and sweep up a little bit of like shattered gerbil cage into my hand.
Don't you worry about that. We've got our fine team of Harddecker employees here. We'll take care of that lickety split. Don't you worry about it.
Rashane turns around and goes, "Oh, my stuff!" and starts like putting the stuff back into his backpack.
Rashane, do you want this little guy too? He's kind of a rascal.
What's his name?
Oh, there's like 50 of them. I don't name them anymore.
50
Just keep
gerbils?
proliferating in your backpack.
There's a lot of gerbils in there. You shouldn't name them.
Are they like quantum multiplying, or are they,
All right, Sammy, I'm going to be real with you. I have no idea what goes on in there.
It's a strange thing that inside the backpack, you had 2 gerbils both in their own balls that would like run around and play, and you just kind of like tossed food in the backpack and everything kind of worked out. As they've multiplied in this weird extra-dimensional space, evolution has created such that every new gerbil is also born with its own ball.
Yeah.
And that grows with them.
Is it more like a clone situation?
I'm not sure. Sometimes you might hear voices come from my backpack. I think the gerbils have learned how to speak. It's a whole thing.
Roshane, I told you not to take anything from the waking pits.
I know, but I was like, when's the next time we're gonna come here? And I was like, I'll just grab one of these little things.
You hear from deep within the backpack.
Extinguish the lights.
I'm sorry. They don't like the light.
Oh, does my gerbil leap into the backpack? Or is he
your
still
gerbil.
running amok?
Your gerbil dives in.
Yeah, Ruby yells into the backpack, "Hey, have you seen Don Cheadle?" Does he get thrown out?
You just hear as if something is puking it up, and you see a massive slinky, like the head of Don Cheadle comes out, and then a long slinky body, and then lands on your shoulder.
Dope.
Oddly enough, not covered in any kind of like mucus or bile or anything, covered just fully in Cheeto dust.
Just blinks audibly in recognition.
Dink, dink. The loudest eyes in the multiverse. We are going to, in this second episode, we are going to enter a phase of downtime. Slugblaster has 2 main modes to it. There's the run and there's the downtime. Downtime is kind of a free-form, scene-based role-playing where you're going to be spending the style and the trouble that you guys earned during the run to buy beats. So either buy beats of your character's arc. Each character has their own individual arc that kind of shows their character's narrative arc through the story. There are also some shared arcs, like the family arc, if you want to kind of interact with your family members. The angst arc, if you want to get deep into your teenage angst, as I know we all do. And then there are some ways for you to like gain more traits. You can find new portals. You can mod your gear. And there are also, you're going to have a bunch of crew style to spend as well to update and beef up your crew. And possibly get some like new opportunities and new challenges coming your way. To start off, as we move from the run to downtime, all of your slams clear. With the exception of Summerbogs, you had the slam super untethered. Because that is a super slam, only the super clears. So for this downtime and through the next run, you're going to remain with the slam untethered.
Yeah.
And feel free to kind of let that influence your role-playing and your character as you see fit.
Oh, you know it will.
You guys will also gain style bonuses. So first off, because you guys approach this run in a pretty unconventional way, you guys gain 3 crew style, bringing you up to 6 for the run.
Yeah.
hell yeah.
And each of you on your individual playbooks has a style bonus thing. So like, for instance, for the grit, it says you get +1 style after runs where you show toughness or focus.
Yeah.
So if you think you qualified for your particular bonus, take that bonus style.
Yes.
I think I did
I did.
because I dropped onto that tree right away. That's focus.
That's focus, baby.
Slug Daddy. Can we?
Jeez.
Oh, wow.
Got it.
I
You
got
gotta-
behind the
rules
curtain
question.
there.
I had a real visceral reaction to that, and I'm going to have to unpack that for the rest of the day. I don't know which way I'm leaning yet, but please do it again.
Everyone else, leave the call now.
I gotta go.
I got
Would
to
you
go.
like me to do
We
a
gotta take
pickup
break.
where I call you Slugmaster instead?
No.
I've got some
That's
stuff to
worse
work
now.
through.
Now that's
Ew.
worse.
Now,
Maybe
now
no.
Slugmaster has taken
Yeah.
Brian,
Yeah.
Brian Flaherty. I have a
No.
question.
You made a
No,
choice,
no.
and I'm going to need you to stick with it.
We're gonna yes and
It's
this.
Slug Daddy.
I have a rules question.
Yeah, hit me. What do you got?
So character sheet has 8 slots for style.
Yeah.
I'm assuming once we max out like other style bonus things, it's just sort of flavor. Like we can't add more.
I'm pretty sure you can get more style than is max.
Do you have
Okay.
8 style?
Yeah.
Whoa.
my
I do
God.
have.
I only have 2 from
I have
that
like
run.
4.
Yeah, I have
Yeah.
2 also.
I have
Oh, you get
feature
it if
where-
you fail, right?
Yes, even if I fail, I get
That's-
style.
Nice.
Love that.
Let's real quick go around and just do a recap of what everyone's personal style is. A personal style and trouble. Ruby, what's your total style and trouble?
Ruby has 4 style and 3 trouble.
Summer.
Summer has 8 style and 4 trouble.
Rashane, what do you got?
8 style, 7 trouble.
Siren, what do you got?
I've got 5 trouble and only 2 style, which I really need to check it more.
Gotta check it.
Gotta check it.
Throw check it in it. Everything you do. Do a trick. And Sammy, what do you got?
I have 6 trouble and 2 style. I also gotta check it more.
We gotta check it more. We're gonna
gotta
go
check it.
practice.
We gotta check it.
I think I want to like take Sammy aside and just be like, "Hey, like
Yeah, what's up, Si?
we did real good, but I just think like everyone else really showed up today, and I just feel like you and me, we should like get some extra. Do you want to get some extra practice in this week?"
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I was hyped on the 5-way quantum kickflip, but like I didn't really get to do my own thing. So yeah, let's hit the pipe.
Okay,
The
let's hit the pipe.
Yeah, let's hit the pipe.
Wow.
And
That's
we-
really what he wanted. Yeah.
And we flash to a state park called The Pipe.
Yeah.
It's got just a big defunct sewer pipe that that we can do
cool.
tricks in.
Sweet.
Yeah.
People have carved out holes in the middle of it so you can drop in the middle if you want.
Wow.
Oh, sick.
Someone's dad ran a concrete like laying company, and so they just like did weird shit. Like this doesn't look like a skate park in the real world. There's weird like coils and corkscrews that make no sense unless you are hoverboarding.
Sick.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
You guys hit the pipe, do some practicing, and 6 p.m. on the dot, you all get an alert on your phones, which, as I need to remind you, are all sidekicks with Walkmans kind of like fused onto the back.
Yes.
You get like ping, 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 ping. You pull out the antennas to catch this gamma wave radio station from across the multiverse, and you hear the voice of Aaron Comet Blast. Hey, all you Slugblasters out there, this is Aaron Comet Blast coming at you from the waves of Prismatia. Let me just tell you, we've had a lot of great entries into this year's inaugural 5-hour Hardacre Tape Jam, but one stood out above the rest. And we gotta be honest, there were some surprise misses. We ended up getting nothing from Null Range and nothing from BRB, which we were really expecting to see something cool. But there was one new crew that really surprised us, really blew us away with a couple of tricks that I think are going to be particularly epic and stand the test of time. And I don't say that lightly, especially this first trick you're going to be seeing. So we're going to be playing it for you. It's a brand new skate part. It's a brand new Slug Blasting tape from the crew on Null.
Whoa! Wait,
Whoa.
We did it.
You guys see
Great.
Oh my God.
blasting on your phone. These gamma waves transmit both video and audio, as well as some other like things that you with your human eyes are not able to see. But on your screens,
Sorry,
you guys
Don
see-
Cheadle's like watching really intently and is like, yeah.
you're like all other forms of light are coming through your phone, and it like does some weird stuff to your eyes. It'll probably, when you're 80, you might see things a little weirder, but for now it's cool. You watch as your Slugblaster tape for the 5-hour Hard Tape Jam plays across the multiverse on KQCSM, the home of slug blasting. This is a moment so surreal that you're watching it on the phone the same way you watched it right after you recorded. Like, it seems the same, but right there down in the corner, KQCSM logo is branded on the corner. And you know this is going out to thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of people, other entities across the multiverse. For better or for worse, there are some unexplored areas that maybe you don't want this getting out to everybody, but it is out there. And you guys see that first trick, especially that 5-way kickflip over a quantum centipede with the stamp of a question mark in the middle, almost burned into space-time. And it literally burns slightly because of how impressive and how like hot it was into the screens of everyone's phone who is not properly calibrated. And Slugblaster's rarely calibrate your phone. So this question mark lives in every fucking phone of Slugblasters for at least a day or two.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Including our friends Null Range and BRB.
Sammy, somewhere in your house, you just hear a phone get thrown into the wall and smash.
Sammy just kind of sinks down.
Are we all at the treehouse? Like
Yeah.
to watch this?
Yeah, I
Did
think
we
so.
know
Oh,
what
yeah.
did
Yeah.
we know that the announcement was coming?
Yeah. You guys knew that the 6 o'clock is always like when they play the new tapes, and you guys like often
6
gather
o'clock
around.
news.
It's the 6 o'clock.
Six
thing.
Sluglaster. So I feel like we're all in the treehouse and we like all hear that like smash and we just look to the side and we're like, oh fuck.
Oh, yikes.
I wouldn't worry. He's fine. He's fine.
Okay.
Also, Sammy's fully crying.
Aw. You see Ruby sit up faster than you've ever seen her move. Summer, does this play everywhere? Like,
Yeah, it's all over.
you mean like everywhere?
I don't think your
Oh,
parents have
shit.
seen it.
I don't think your parents would watch it. It's not
I
going to
don't
play
know.
anywhere that they're paying attention to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes me nervous.
They're probably reading like a book or something.
Ruby,
Yeah.
I think that you know that these types of waves, you kind of have to like hack your phone. You got to like circuit bent your gear in order to get them. But I imagine your parents aren't like have cable people. They're probably, if they have a TV, it's like one tiny like 12-inch CRT with bunny ears.
Yeah.
You know that every now and then these radio waves like hit the bunny ears and go through. There's a chance that your parents could have seen this. The thing that is absolutely certain is that there is a question mark burned on that 12-inch CRT TV.
Really good. Really good.
Yeah, Ruby is thinking about this and grumbling, which you've never really seen her do before.
Ruby, I think he's going to be okay. I doubt
Yeah.
your parents saw it.
I
Yeah.
hope so.
Let's focus on the good. We won, guys.
Yeah, I think we won slug blasting, so now we can focus on my comptroller campaign, and I pull out a bunch of like lawn signs. We could make my lawn signs.
Yay!
Do you think we can use the cleaning agent to like, I bet if we go into one of the other dimensions, we could use that cleaning agent to make like a sick ramp or something and like do crazy new tricks. If it's like in 4 or 5 dimensions, we can definitely skate that, right?
Yeah.
Probably.
And maybe we can get them like to sponsor us even more.
And Rashane, you actually know this because of some weird like procedural stuff that happened in the town council not too long ago. Because there is an active 2-way portal in Hillview, any member of any other plane is technically a voting member of the town of Hillview.
Oh boy, we gotta go do some voter registration.
Oh,
Gotta do it. Reach out.
we can
We can make
tag your
canvassing
campaign
fun.
slogan.
Yeah.
We can tag
Okay.
your campaign slogan and skate on that.
Okay, I like where your head's at.
That'd be so sick.
Yes, screw the voters in this realm. We got to get to the voters in the other realm.
You need them too.
Oh, okay. We'll help everyone.
Sammy, do you think that your mom as the selectman can help with the campaign?
Oh, I don't
For sure.
I don't really know what a selectman does.
You
None of
got
us
she
do.
selects.
But we can ask her.
Doesn't matter.
She's got to select something.
I could ask.
Yeah.
Tell her to select me.
She could select
you
some
go.
stuff.
Yeah. No, yeah, I'll ask. Yeah.
You guys hear crackling over the radio the voice of Aaron Comet Blast again. Well, Slugblasters, I gotta tell you, that's one of the most impressive inaugural debuts I've ever seen. I'm gonna play it again in just a moment, but I want to give this crew out here a shout out. One more thing that you earned from this run, that's 4 more crew style.
Woo!
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
He
brother.
says that, and you guys don't really understand what that means. But you guys now have a total of 10 crew style to spend.
Whoa!
Why do you think it's not 5 style? Because there's 5 of us. Who didn't get the style point?
I bet it was me.
I bet it was me.
Let's move into some spending of style and trouble.
Yeah.
Let's start with your guys' crew as a whole. So right now you guys have 10 crew style to spend, which is a whole bunch.
We're maxed out. We're style maxed.
Hell yeah.
Style max.
Style max.
Style
baby.
maxing. Style maxing.
There are lots of things you can spend your crew style on. One of the biggest ones is to increase your fame. Currently you guys are at level 0, which is nobodies. If you spend 5 style, you can become up-and-comers. And you also, as you kind of increase your levels of fame, you unlock access to like more and more cool perks. So for instance, like right now you have access to like, you could buy, as nobodies, you could spend 2 style to get some masks, which allow you to get to like Hazmat 1 worlds. But if you upgrade to be up-and-comers, not only do you get some immediate bonuses to some stuff, you have the ability to buy like Hazwear. You can get sticker spotted. You can get protective fans. You can get a blurb in Slugblaster magazine.
What is sticker spotted?
Sticker spotted is for 4 style. Your crew's name gets put in a lasting location, and you gain 1 legacy each.
Ooh.
Let's go.
I like that.
Whoa.
And legacy will play a big part. Legacy and Doom are going to be the 2 biggest factors in your character's epilogue at the end of the campaign.
Sick.
So it's not something you have to worry about too much as we play, but definitely keep an eye on it, because the more legacy you have, the better the higher your highs, and the more Doom you have, the lower your lows.
That's like
worried about
mechanically so teen. Like, don't worry about it now, but it will come back to haunt you in the future.
I should have flossed more.
Oh no.
So what do you guys want to spend your crew style on?
I feel like we should really like go up in fame. I mean, we've gone viral
Yeah.
now, so like
Yeah.
it's going up. So we'll do the up and comers.
Okay, that's 5
Yes.
style.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
5. And then we
Hell
have
yeah.
5 more. I really like sticker spotted.
Same.
Yeah.
Aw, well, if you like it, then why not?
The sticker can be like half and half your campaign.
Yeah,
sticker.
Yeah, we can put
Yeah.
the campaign logo on the bottom.
Okay, so you're doing 5 style on up-and-comers, 4 style on sticker spotted, and do you want to put the last of that crew style into well-established and kind of like get that one started?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's get
We
it
can-
started.
Like bank it for later. Yeah.
Hell yeah, brother.
So first off, for up-and-comers, you guys gain some stuff for just going up in fame. You gain +1 to opportunities and +1 to challenges.
Sick.
Ooh.
When you roll for random challenges, you're going to be rolling a d6 and adding this +1 or any kind of other pluses you are able to add. The better stuff is at higher numbers. So you now kind of have access to cooler and cooler stuff. Also, if you want to, you can rebrand your crew.
No way.
Brand.
Hell no.
Our question mark
No
is
way.
everywhere.
Yeah.
The brand is
absolutely.
strong.
Just checking.
It would be funny if we like went from like to then like and then like
Yeah.
and eventually
Like a
wound up as
period.
like but I like actually. I think
You know
that's
what
a
would be
cool
really
brand.
sad if it was but we lose a question mark when we're mad at someone?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Too sad.
brutal.
That's too sad.
That's brutal. Like, yeah, we all know which question mark is for who, so like whichever one is taken out.
I
Oh
feel
my
like that's
God.
such a middle school girl thing to
Yeah,
do, though.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
Like,
too
Yeah.
middle school. We're in high
Absolutely.
school.
yeah.
We're freshmen now, all right?
Yeah,
we can
we're
leave
mature.
we can leave that kid stuff behind.
Mean girls face.
Be a little petty.
It's especially savage if it's like, question mark, space, question mark, question mark.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I, the player, actually got upset at that.
That's what we're trying to do here.
Not that.
So for Sticker Spotted, your crew's name exists in a lasting location, and you each get +1 legacy each.
Can the lasting location be the pipe? So like everyone's gonna see it there?
Yeah, you guys can tag your name on the pipe.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I'll say you guys use the descouring foam cleaning spray to tag on the pipe, and it actually eats through the pipe, but creates a bunch of cool like entry points and hazards within the pipe in the form of your name.
Sick.
Yeah.
Like ledges,
stagger the
ledges
question
and stuff.
marks.
Yeah.
It becomes common parlance over the next couple of weeks to like, yo, I'm gonna meet you at the U. Like, I'm gonna drop in on the second H.
Oh,
Like
very
the
Yeah.
third question mark is the one that's like most steezy.
Hell yeah.
Very up and comers of us.
very up and comers.
And then, so Legacy and Doom act similar to Slam, so they are kind of like short phrases or things that will kind of like be tags for your character. So I think for this Legacy, let's call it, I don't know, like hometown.
Hometown legends, homebred.
Hometown
Grassroots.
heroes.
Yeah, let's call it hometown heroes.
Yeah.
Over the next couple of days, you guys are getting a lot of props from the local Slugblasting crews about, like, you get a lot of people coming up to you, like, showing you stills of your run, and also, like, showing you their phone, like, with the screen off, with the question mark burned into the cells of their screen. Most of them think it's pretty gnarly. Some of them are like, yo, you owe me a new screen. And you pass it on to KQCSM, and they get a bunch of angry letters, but they think it's kind of rad. So let's move on into your individual spending of trouble and style. Who wants to go first through their character's style and trouble?
I can do it.
Rashane. So remind us, how many style and trouble do you have?
8 style, 7 trouble.
Hell yeah. And you're able to spend that style and trouble on any of the arcs. So like your particular guts arc, you could spend it on your family arc, the angst arc. You have the specialty like beat of swagger where you can gain some stuff. You could do flashbacks. You could just be good and clear some trouble. Lots of stuff that you can do. How do you want to spend your style and trouble?
All right, here's the laundry list.
Yeah, give me the laundry list, and then we'll kind of dive into each one.
Okay, I'm gonna spend 2 style on swagger, 3 style on origin story, 3 style on my guts arc spotlight, and that's 8 style I've just spent. So that's all my style. Then I'm gonna spend 5 trouble on challenge and 2 trouble on trouble at home in the family arc.
A lot of stuff. Okay, so let's go through the quick ones of that first. So you're spending 2 style on swagger. What does that get you?
That gets me a trait, I believe. Yeah, I get 1 trait, and it's I trash talk a rival, break my own record, or comment on my own videos, show up late, or live life fast and loud. And I think I talked some trash to like BRB or something, and I'm like, I just like have no idea who they are because I'm not in the slug blasting world. So when they come up to compliment us, I'm like, who are you guys? Are you guys fans? Are you guys voters? You want to vote?
The most mainstream famous skate crew comes up to you, still annoyed because you guys sent them in the wrong direction to where the prismatic Praetorians are. And Whiplash, one of the leaders of the crew, kind of comes up to you and like goes to like dap you up and goes, "Hey man, just wanted to say like, you know, you guys kind of screwed us, but you know, that was a really cool fucking video. Really, you guys nailed it. You know, props where props are due."
Oh yeah, fans are cool. Are you guys voters? You should register to vote for the upcoming election. I'm running for comptroller. You know, we'll help you and your families get out of poverty.
Comptroller done? No, you didn't.
I don't know.
You see, these are 3 of the most heavily
Swagged
sponsored
out.
slug blasters in existence. They kind of like look up and down, and all of them get like a little bit like their shoulders kind of turn up. They're just like, you know, we're kind of like weighing all our options. We want to get. Do you have like an informational packet? And I'll kind of look at that.
Yeah, my team. Shit, where's my team? Yeah, I'll get that. I'll just here's a sticker, and I give them one of our stickers. What do you guys do?
You just hear Bez, who has like some big like headphones on, is like constantly like plotting out new moves and lines and stuff. Just like a small single tear kind of drops down their face, just like.
Oh.
To be clear, these are teenagers, right?
These are teens, yeah.
So to ask them, what do you do, is an insane question, yes?
You see, they are.
Just clarify.
BRB is sponsored by Scramcat, which is one of the biggest like slug blasting sponsors in the multiverse, and they're like covered. Like it could not be more clear what they do. Whiplash just kind of looks at you and goes, "Oh, we're Slugblasters. We met in the Golden Jungle.
Oh,
we were kind of skating in the background of your video. We're actually in your video a little bit."
Oh, really? I didn't notice.
All right, guy.
Roshane's got a huge cock also. I just heard this. Just like massive dick energy.
You see, he just kind of turns away and goes, "Listen, man, I was trying to be like cool and nice and like let you know that like let's not pretend that you don't know who we are. Like obviously you know who we are. So like let's just cut the bullshit. We're BRB. We're the best. And I was trying to be a little bit cordial with you. But if that's not going to work, then screw you. All right."
Oh. If you're the best, why didn't you win?
You see the headphones of Bez come off, which is something that is like this is like who's that Supreme Court justice that never asks the question? It's like that. It is known that Bez never takes off their headphones. Just like slowly removes their headphones down. Just goes, "Fuck you say?"
Oh no!
It's just I don't really like slug blasting, but it feels like if you are the best, you should have beat us.
Bez comes up on you. Is this like very like thin, petite person? Walks up to you and like gets on their tiptoes, gets like right up in your face, which is really like their face is looking up at your chin. It's just like, next time you won't be so lucky.
I love Bez.
Love
Let me at him energy.
Bez gives you a little like double tap on the cheek, like not a slap, but just like a let you know they're there.
Bez has big Who Framed Roger Rabbit vibes.
Yeah.
100%.
Love
100%.
it.
Really good.
And BRB dips, taking your informational packet, tearing it up, and leaving it in pieces around them.
Wow, that was rude.
Rashane, what else do you have on your laundry
Origin
list?
story. It's just a flashback, shows a defining moment from your past. Rashane, who is like this nerdy math geek, not really dressed in Slugblaster attire at all. You see like just a flashback of like him like in his room as like a 7-8-year-old kid, fully decked out in like slug blasting stuff, like has his parents' old like boards and like clothing, like super baggy, and like is watching tapes of slug blasting, like his parents slug blasting, and is like, I want to do that. And then like you see like kind of like Lashane turn to see like their older sister walking walking by their room, like looks in, gives like a quick wave, and clearly like she's about to go slug blasting. And then he just turns back to watch more slug blasting.
I'm sure that's fine. I'm sure she's fine.
I'm sure that's fine.
It's great.
That's part 1 of 1.
And then the next scene is
That's
us
where
hanging
the
out with your
story
sister
ends.
in the present day, right? Right?
Totally. Yeah, she's totally fine.
Rashane, I forgot to ask, what trait did you get for your swagger?
I think I'm going to take Walking Disaster. You don't just flirt with disaster, you're dating it. You get a 1+1d6 on disaster rolls, and you can choose to take a disaster for a willing teammate. If you do, Mark II style.
Ooh, hell yeah. So if we get to the end of a run and you're on a disaster roll and you have 7 trouble like you did this past time,
Yeah.
instead of just rolling 1d6, you actually get to roll 2. So you're always getting a little bonus there. What else is on your laundry list?
Okay, I just did Origin Story. Oh, and I get a trait for that. And I think I'm going to take Show Off for that one, which is you get 1+1d6. When you do a trick, you just can't help it. Your spotlight loves you.
Oh, wow. So you say check it. Not only are you getting 1 style, you're also getting a bonus 1d6.
Yep.
What?
Oh shit.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
Did you know you were picking like the power gaming class, or did that just happen?
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
But I fucking love it.
Yeah.
Everyone should play. Everyone should
Absolute
play the
best.
guts. The guts is the best. It lets you be a little monster, and
Which is your favorite?
I
It
feel
is my
like you're
favorite.
you're gonna always live at like 7 trouble.
yeah, like, there's no reason not to be
Disaster
at
striking
trouble.
all the time.
I'm so bad for the team. Like this this is not a team character. Like this is great. And then a spotlight. You get scouted by a sponsor, become the fan favorite, or get singled out for some kind of reward or accolade. You aren't humble about it. +1 legacy, +1 fracture.
Okay, so this is the first beat on your guts arc. So we know about legacy. Legacy is a thing that will play into your epilogue. So like the more legacy you have, the higher your highs are going to be. The more doom you have, the lower your lows. Fracture is a thing we haven't encountered yet. Fractures are like slams for your crew, and you'll see on the crew's sheet there are 2 boxes. Just like on most of your sheets, there are 2 boxes for fractures, just like there are 2 boxes for slams. If you take a 3rd fracture to your crew, the crew will break up or have some kind of like very dramatic moment that you will have to fix. There are ways to get rid of fractures with other like beats and stuff, but you're already a 1/3 of the way to your crew to losing some question marks.
Hell yeah.
Oof.
Shanuk, I want to kind of like dive into that beat. What is this moment where you get spotlit?
As we get more recognition, maybe like I get scouted by a sponsor, or like fans are super like, oh, that was so cool, but like I get a lot of the attention for it. And like while like all of us kickflipped over the quantum centipede, like I was at the top of the question mark, I suppose. So like everyone forgets that like it was Summer and Siren that like did the high five that really set it up. But because like I'm at like positioned higher, I'm like the lead of the group. And I think I'm like using it as like I have the most style, like really just erasing my team from the narrative of like this is me and mine.
Ooh.
Wait, Roshane, I have a pitch for you. If you take
hit
it,
me.
like your parents set some kind of interview up or something to
Yes,
even like
that's
push
absolutely
that narrative even further.
Yeah, my parents are
Oh.
like doing like they saw the video. They're like, this is our kid. Like look at like he's taking these like these ragtag group of like not great Slugblasters and like pushing them far. And like maybe even eating at the Siren and Sammy, like feeling a little bit bad about not doing enough tricks of like, it's like, yeah, look, Rashane's the one that did a lot of the work.
Whoa.
I'm so sorry. This is such a dick move.
It's drama.
Ruby's okay with it.
Ruby, for you, it
It's
actually
a
kind of
good
works
thing.
out.
Yeah.
Because you see the like poster for this slug blasting video, or like the thumbnail on like the YouTube equivalent or whatever. There are a bunch of frames you could have picked that are like better or like more that show the whole team as equals. But the frame that is being picked is Rashane right at the front, looking like just straight down the lens of the camera, and everyone else slightly behind and slightly down, like a little bit out of focus, like maybe even like edited to be such.
Ruby's not even facing front.
Ruby can fully turn the other way.
Yeah.
Factor.
100% unrecognizable.
Yes.
Ruby's fine with this. Rashane, you pull up into this interview that your parents have set up, and there's like cameras around, and there's a this is like a morning show interview. This isn't like someone cool like Slugblaster gear. It's like woman in a tight pencil skirt with like a white blouse. It is just like has a clipboard of questions that she's clearly been fed. Abby, what's the question that this interviewer asks Rashane?
So tell me about what it's like leading this group, and how did you come up with that trick?
As Rasheen like sits down, sees all the cameras, starts sweating profusely, like dry mouth, and is like, can you repeat the question?
Of course. What is it like being the leader of this group? And tell us, how did you come up with that incredible trick?
Good. It's good being leader.
You like leading the crew?
Yes.
You see your parents in the background just like motioning for you, like, smile, smile.
Yeah, Rashane is like smiling in such a weird way, like
uncomfortable
teeth gritted,
looking.
yeah.
You see your dad waving you off, like, smile less. Smile less.
adjust. And then is like, it's good being leader. They don't really know too much about slug blasting.
And I mean, with the name Blaster Slug, we can assume you know most.
Correct.
Well, they are lucky to have a friend in you, Roshane.
Yes. And now I would like to talk about my campaign for comptroller. Here
And
are the
back to you, Chris, in the studio.
Well, everybody, love hearing more about this slug blasting thing these kids are doing. And now to Johnny with the weather.
Well, it's going to be a beautiful day here, Chris. Highs in the mid 70s, lows getting down around 60. Perfect for this time of year. Better get those grills ready. Fill up that propane over at Hard Decker. And now to Betsy with sports.
It's perfect baseball weather.
We can't do a second show within the show. You guys all collectively turn off your televisions in anger. Roshane, so you gain one legacy. What do you think that legacy is called?
The legacy is maybe like
Asshole.
Yeah, dick, being a dick hole.
Being a dick.
dickhead.
I was going to say like team leader, maybe.
I think it's like maybe like in the blood or something. Like it's part of my
Ooh.
family.
Yeah, I love that.
Nepo baby.
Nepo baby.
Yeah.
Nepo baby.
Nepo
Actually,
baby.
Nepo baby, parentheses, positive.
Nepo baby. parentheses, positive.
And then we also have a fracture for the crew. What do we want to name this fracture?
How about stolen spotlight?
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
You guys all turn off your televisions or you click away on your phones after seeing this very buttoned up interview. You see Roshane even more buttoned up than usual, of just like if he could be wearing 2 sweater vests, he would be wearing 2 sweater vests. And I think you all have that little tinge of like, wait a minute, what was that? I thought we were a crew, and we're not necessarily a leader. We're good at slug blasting too. It just a little tinge of something, and you all feel that splintering of the group just a little bit.
Over at the pipe, one of the letters forms a little crack.
Yeah, the
my
thing is
God.
directly related to our relationships with each other.
So meta. I love it.
And then the last thing I'm going to take is trouble at home, and I'm going to buy a challenge for the crew.
Oh.
So challenge, something not so great happens to the crew, roll a challenge, and I think, Brian, you get to do that. And then trouble at home, your family disapproves. How, why do you care? +1 slam, and pick a teammate who notices. And I think, like, the trouble at home is my parents do not support the comptroller run, and in fact, like, the whole, like, talking points, like, the reason I said all the things I said was, like, my mom gave me, like, a talking sheet of, like, things I have to say. And I was like, you're the leader, you taught the crew everything, like, this is what you need to do. And I didn't want to say it, but I felt like I had no other option. So it's this struggle of, I actually don't want to do this, but my mom is forcing me to.
Does anyone want to play Roshane's mom and kind of zoom in on this scene for a quick moment?
I'll do it.
You guys are at the kitchen table eating dinner, and Roshane, you've been listening to your parents kind of gush about your interview and how great the video was, and it's like, you know, they've put up the poster and framed, and it's got like those specialty lights you stick on your wall that highlight the poster, very clearly showing you, like, they got their team to make the poster and stuff. And your mom is just going on and on about how great your interview was.
Just so good. And you really walk that line between, you know, leadership and punk rule breaking with that trick. And I think you're an asset to the crew. And it was just great. We couldn't be prouder.
But Mom, you made me say mean things about my friends, and I didn't teach them anything. I hate slug blasting.
What?
And then you said they let me talk about my comptroller campaign, and they didn't even let me talk about it.
Shane,
What?
Leslie, Blaster Slug.
Yeah.
You watch what you say. You know,
Mom.
some things you can't take back. You hate slug blasting?
Mom, yeah, it's not. I just want to go to college and get a study
Go
economics
to college.
and
I don't want
finance
to hear
and-
this. When I was your age, I would have been so excited to be going, to other dimensions. You've got that backpack full of crazy, exponential gerbils. Come on, that's amazing stuff. And you're doing tricks and you're getting famous. That's going to bring you, lots of romance. What more could a kid want? You want to study and sit at a desk all day?
Yeah. I want to be at a desk. I don't want fame. I do kind of want romance at some point in my life, but probably not right now. I don't know. Who's to say? I'm just a kid. I want to be, I don't want to go to different dimensions all the time. I want to know about the economy.
I'm just a kid. I want to be a comptroller.
I want to do things that kids don't do.
I can barely even understand what you're saying. I feel like, honey, talk to your son. I can't.
What's this about hating Slugblaster?
I know it's the, you want me to be a Slugblaster, and
you carry both our names, Blaster and Slug.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't want to do this. I don't want to be like Amanda.
Go to your room. That's it. Go to your room. No more dinner.
Do you want me to clean the dish before I...
No, go to your room. Clean the dish.
And then Roshane gets up and then goes, I love you both.
Love you too.
And then walks up the stairs.
The mom doesn't say anything. She just crosses her arms.
I love this. That was such a good move. Yeah, and then goes to bed.
Roshane, you make the long trudge up the 13 steps to your room, and everyone here has been yelled at by their parents when they were a kid. Your room feels different when you go into it and close the door after you've been yelled at. It feels smaller. It feels more like that door doesn't open as easy to go out. Roshane, the last thing you wanted was to do a challenge. So there's a challenge table in the book that has a bunch of options, and you guys get to add +1 to your roll because you are now up-and-comers. So go ahead and roll 1d6 for me, and then add 1, and I'll give you 2 options you can choose from.
Okay. I rolled a 4.
Your 2 options are threats or in the middle. Threats is a faction jumps you, brings you in for questioning, etc. You each take a slam, which can be noped individually if you guys want to nope your slam.
That's
Oh my god.
BRB is going to kick your ass.
Our ass.
BRB is going to kick your ass. Or in the middle, some of your fans cause trouble. 2 allies start fighting. Your sponsor makes a terrible PR move, etc. Do you get involved?
I'm feeling like I'm leaning towards threats, but what do you folks feel?
I like threats.
I like
This is
threats.
Yeah, okay. We'll do threats.
Hell yeah.
Do we get beat up?
I'm going to save this threat for something that's going to happen later.
That's ominous. Oh,
I
no.
love that.
No.
That's not nice.
yeah.
I'm going to kick your ass, but you won't know when is the worst thing you can hear.
Yeah.
So you, Roshane, you begin to hear through the grapevine that something is stirring, but you're not quite sure what. That'll haunt you for a while in fits and starts.
Oh my God.
How long though?
How
How long will it haunt us?
How long, Brian?
It could be 10 minutes, could be 10 days. Who knows? Who wants to go next?
I could go.
Sammy Ribbons. Sammy
Ribbons.
Ribbons. Sammy, tell me how many style and how many trouble do you have?
So I have 7 total trouble and 2 total style. Not style maxing as much as I'd like.
What's your laundry list of beats that you'd like to buy during this downtime?
I will be buying the first of the Angst arc. I will also be doing Trouble at Home, and then I will be doing my first of the Heart arc, Dalliance.
Let's start with your Angst arc. You're spending 2 trouble. You're taking 1 slam. You've got issues. We don't know why. How do they show? And pick a teammate who notices.
Sammy is poring over the run in his head, and like thinking about all the times that he should have said check it, and he should have tried a little harder, and he should have like he just like he wasn't really getting into it. He was too busy focusing like on the teammates, and also he was really worked up about BRB, and like that's like the crew he always wanted to be a part of, and now they are judging him and like judging the crew. And I think maybe he overheard the interaction even that Roshane had with BRB. Like he was going up to be like try and make friends with BRB, but then stopped and heard Roshane like trash talk them and ruin the relationship.
You're a laser blader.
I'm
they
a laser
are
blader.
famously laser bladers.
That I think when I got into slug blasting, I was like, I want to be part of BRB. So this is like, I think I'm going to take the slam anxious. I think that Sammy is anxious about BRB and is anxious about Null Range and his brother, and is just like kind of going to be looking over his shoulder on the next run, like not wanting to offend them anymore. And also he lied to them, and I think he's not a liar, but he did it for his friends, and I think he's really like worked up about that.
Wow, I don't think I put together just how much that hurts, of like, these are your heroes and you were like,
that I lied
nope,
to for my friends.
The other way.
Yeah.
First impression, really not
great. And then my team leader, like also just then like kicked it further into the dirt. I think Summer notices probably as like neighbor bestie.
You take this slam of being anxious, which also will not clear until after the next run. So that's something that that is already one of your 2 slam boxes filled before the run. It's also something that can kind of like influence how you do the next run as well. You guys are in the treehouse and hanging out, and Summer, I think you just noticed that like Sammy usually has a bunch of like, there were a bunch of BRB posters that like dotted throughout this treehouse, and like a bunch of other skate crews as well, but like Sammy's corner was like pristine BRB posters, which is tough considering this treehouse is a little bit leaky and it's outside in the middle of America where there's a lot of rainstorms, but oddly enough, they kept pristine. In
That's
nice frames.
It's 72 and sunny today.
Yeah, bring it back.
And Summer, I think you just noticed Sammy kind of like clocking these posters and looking a little bit sad about it. What other moves do you have?
So the other one I will do, and I'll save my heart arc for last, but the second one is Trouble at Home. Which I take another slam for. And
hell yeah.
I think that the first dinner back at home with my brother, who didn't get anything at the competition, and like we took 2 things when we really only needed 1. I think he's pissed at me, and I think the 2 of us get into it at dinner, and it makes my parents, especially my mom, the town selectman, like really mad about I think she is sponsoring a town ordinance to close the portals or to regulate the portals.
Wow. So she's a big member of like Doorways, the parent group.
I think she might be. I think she might be like, she's been like doorway curious, but then like her two boys fighting over this, she's like, you know what, maybe I will give that ordinance another look and consider supporting it.
I want to dive into the scene, but I just want to point out that what's this extra slam that you're going to take? What do you think it's going to be called?
Oh, it'd be funny to take anxious and worried, but that's kind of like...
You can if you want.
It's almost like a slam of like knowing something bad is coming. I guess that's worried. Ominous. I'm just defining worried. Ominous.
Impending doom.
I like that. Yeah. Anxious by another name. We've got double anxiety with Sammy Ribbons going into the next run. He's going to be having a chill time.
So you're going to be going to the next run with both of your slam boxes already marked, which means if you take another slam, you will likely like peel back. Something very bad will happen. So it means you're going to have to nope every slam and be taking 2 trouble each time. So it's going to be rough for Sammy on this next run.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Sammy's in a bad way.
I do want to zoom in on this scene for a moment Jen, do you want to play Sammy's mom while I play the brother?
Oh, sure.
And I think we're having meatloaf because I'm a small, boring family. So I think we're having meatloaf with ketchup.
Truly my Brian nightmare. I think the tension at this table is almost as tough as this meatloaf.
Okay, all right. Way to make the chef sound like she doesn't know what she's doing.
I realized it as I said it that I put you in that position.
Rude.
Jen is an extremely good chef.
Jen, are you capable of playing a bad chef?
We'll try. I'll try being a bad chef.
The tension is just thick. It's like everyone is not addressing it. And it's very clear that your brother Rusty is like, you hear him cutting into his meatloaf and he's like continuing to cut it after he's cut through it. Like he's now just scraped. It's just plate.
Right? What meatloaf have you had that is tough?
Must have been traumatized.
I know, famously a ground meat
It's
dish.
like, it should be so soft and pillowy.
I had a different childhood. I had different childhoods. But he's just cutting and finally like takes a bite and is just like chewing it and looking at you, Sammy. And finally slams his hands down, like all the plates kind of shaking. He goes, you could have just given me one of the components, man.
We got there first.
You guys took the last two? Are you kidding me? You didn't even need both of them.
Sorry, we got there first.
Yeah, but you didn't need both of them. You could have just...
Not my fault.
You could have just given me the other one.
You hear another slam on the table.
Jeez,
It is dinner time.
Sorry, Mom.
This is the only time we can get together, and I don't want to spend it like this.
Well, okay, but...
Now, how was your day?
It was actually really
my
great.
day was really bad because Sammy didn't give me the component that I needed to enter the Slugblasting competition. He took the last two. There were two left, and he took both of them, and he didn't need them.
Maybe if you weren't doing a bunch of dumb, unnecessary tricks
we were
instead
getting
of doing
B-roll
the competition.
We were getting B-roll for our tape, man.
I don't know. We got a good tape and the components, so what's wrong with your crew?
Great tape. Our tape would have kicked your tape's ass.
You hear a loud crunching of the meatloaf. Well, you might not have to worry about this soon.
What?
What does that mean?
Mom, what does that mean?
Well, the city has been discussing a new ordinance, and I don't know, boys. My hands are tied about it.
What do you mean? What do you mean, ordinance?
We might be cleaning up the portals around town. I know that you two love your activities, but it just seems that my constituents want to close them up.
No, Mom, we just... The crew just got
Sammy,
our first...
we're fighting, and now she's getting all freaked out about it.
This is your fault.
This is your fault because you
shut
didn't
up.
give me the
Now. It is neither of your faults. I just don't want to see either of you get hurt. Right?
Bullshit.
Now that I can agree with.
You don't want to see your brother get hurt, right, Sammy?
I mean, not bad.
Not
Fucking dick.
bad. Rusty, you don't want to see Sammy get hurt, right? Right?
Continues cutting. No, Mom.
She puts more meatloaf on your plate.
Oh, no, Mom, no.
Both
no,
of you.
No,
It's almost done.
I was so close.
Midnight Muscadines is a cozy, dark tabletop role-playing game where light and shadow intertwine in a fractured world. Players take on the roles of marmoteers, brave adventurers who journey into the untamed wilderness to collect the elusive Midnight Muscadines, craft magical jams, and protect the fragile light of Nim. Through collaborative storytelling and resourceful gameplay, players weave tales of courage, community, and the pursuit of balance. Will you preserve the light, uncover the truths hidden in the shadows, or reshape the balance of the world forever? Midnight Muscadines is perfect for fans of Studio Ghibli and Sea of Stars who seek to capture the magic of exploration and the heartfelt adventure in a world where small heroes make a big impact. Play Midnight Muscadines as a traditional GM'd game, GMless, or even solo. Midnight Muscadines is crowdfunding now on BackerKit. Join the campaign at pandeongames.com/muscadines.
Hey everybody, this is Brian, and I just want to tell you about a great one-shot actual play we just ran over on My First Dungeon. It's for a new tabletop role-playing game called Mad as Hell, and it's sponsored by our good friends over at Soul Muppet Publishing. Mad as Hell is a new anti-capitalist demon hunting game where you play as radicals who fight the literal demons of capitalism. But what makes Mad as Hell different is that the demon isn't destroyed when you beat it in a fight. In order to destroy it forever and stop it from coming back, your radicals have to spend time in their community making meaningful social change in order to correct the root of the injustice that created the demon in the first place. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, check out our actual play one-shot of Mad as Hell over on My First Dungeon. And if you like what you hear, Mad as Hell is currently crowdfunding over on Kickstarter. So go and support some of our favorite people making some of our favorite games. We start to pull out of this scene as we now both have to eat more of this dreaded meatloaf.
More of the meatloaf. Yeah, gotta get clean plate.
Gotta get clean.
You gotta get that protein.
For the listeners, Jen DeLavega is a phenomenal chef and also author of many great cookbooks. You should go check her out. Links in the show notes below.
It's also so 90s to have a very normal food be described or presented as worse than any human being could make it. Sammy goes to his room that night and is just like stressed about not being stylish enough, stressed about like his heroes not liking him and his crew, like now stressed about this like city ordinance coming. And then I'll use my last beat that I'll be spending. And I'm also not clearing all my trouble with this, which is also bad.
Oh, wow.
You're so fucked.
Because I have to spend 2 each for those, and then I have 3 left, and I don't think there's anything I can spend 3 trouble on.
Oh, actually, no. Sorry, there is one more beat you can use that is called Being Good. It takes 1 style. You do chores, homework, Bible study, etc., and you clear 2 trouble.
Oh, but then I can't do my romance arc, so I'm going to hold on to this trouble. Sammy's going to have a bad next session.
Do it for the plot.
Do it for the plot.
Do it for the plot.
I think that night, like, Sammy is laying in bed, and so I'm going to be doing the heart arc Dalliance, which is 2 style, and this is you begin a special relationship with a member of another faction, a teammate, or someone else. And Shenuk and I, we talked about maybe doing a romance between Roshane and Sammy, potentially, if that's still cool.
Yeah. If you still want to date me, you fucking freak.
Well, so here's the thing.
Insulted BRB.
You're fucking power hungry, sleeping your way to the top.
I think this is like classic teenage crush, like that you can't control. I think Sammy is laying in bed that night thinking about how like tomorrow we're going to probably go on another run. And he's thinking back over the run. And at every point where he could have been more stylish, he was like watching Roshane with like Roshane's natural talent. And then being like, shit, yeah, no, I gotta go do this. And then I think something clicks in Sammy's brain that night where it's like, Roshane wants to be comptroller. I bet if he's comptroller, he can stop this city ordinance. And I think he sneaks out and runs to Roshane's house to like be like, you are pissing people off. I'm gonna help you become comptroller. Like very much like hiding his crush in, I'm gonna help you with something.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's so cute.
Roshane, you hear a knock at your window, and you open the window, you see Sammy there. You have one of those escape ladders that like parents would give their kids in the 90s where they like you throw it out of a second floor window and it's like a rope ladder to climb down. I always wanted one when I was a kid. My parents would never get me one. I don't understand why. Sammy, you see behind Roshane is on loop your guys' tape, and you realize that what the moments that you were seeing in your head are absolutely reflected on the tape. Like the moment that you're seeing right now that Roshane is almost about to watch is you watching Roshane lovingly as he grinds across this psionic crocodile.
Hey.
Sorry.
Hi.
I know it's late.
Good. No, my parents don't care.
Hey, so you're pissing a lot of people off.
What? How?
Right.
What do you know? Come on.
No. Yeah. I think I can help you.
Okay.
I'm gonna help rehabilitate your image so you can become comptroller. So because you got to stop this. There's a city ordinance. They're talking about closing the portals.
Oh,
or something. Rashane. Rashane.
What? Oh, you think I could get voters around me wanting to keep it open?
Yeah. Yes.
Heck yeah.
You can,
a comptroller
and
can
you
do
can
that.
get the slug blasting community on our side, and we can work together, like, lots of late hours kind of working on policy.
Yeah. This is great.
Yeah.
I'm into it.
Okay.
Oh my God, Sammy, this is a great idea. You're so smart.
You think?
Yeah. Yeah. You're so talented and brilliant. Wow.
Okay,
I'm so
cool.
happy
I gotta go now, actually.
okay.
And
All right.
he leaps out the window.
Didn't use the ladder. Just jumps out.
You just hear a crash as Sammy falls through a number of trees and into your mom's very expensive rose bushes.
Oh,
okay.
No.
I'll see you tomorrow.
That was a rose. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.
Sammy, you have this inkling in the back of your head of what your feelings are for Rashane. You have this new plan of how you can stay closer and how you can how you can solve multiple problems at once. You can get Rashane to like you even more. You can get him elected comptroller and also get the city ordinance nipped in the bud.
Yeah. Crushes with ulterior motives famously go well in 90s movies.
Big time.
And just in general.
I swear, it just started out like that, but I've changed.
I really
Brian,
like you.
spoilers. That's episode 3.
Come on.
But the last thing is you gain 1 legacy. Why don't you tell me, what is that legacy that you gain?
Okay, I'm trying to think of a pun for comptroller. I was thinking crush troller.
Nice. Crush troller is great.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Brian doesn't like it. Brian's face says he doesn't like
No,
crush
I'm trying to
troller.
find my own thing there, and I can't. No, I'm fine with
Budgetary Bay.
Nice.
Budgetary Bay is not bad.
I like budgetary bay.
Yeah, crush trollers. That's pretty good.
I'm putting crush troller / budgetary bay.
Sammy, you make your way home and find yourself lying in your bed on top of the covers, just like, hands behind your head, classic 90s movie, camera at the ceiling staring down at you as you think about your...
As I just hear Rashane saying, you're so talented and smart. And
This is a great idea. You're so smart. Talented and brilliant. You're so smart and brilliant. I'm into it. Talented and brilliant. I'm so happy this is a great idea. You're so smart. Talented and brilliant.
As the camera pulls out of the window, we see on your computer is frozen on that freeze frame of you staring lovingly at Rashane.
Oh my gosh.
Who wants to go next?
I'll go next.
Siren Stanfield, the grits.
Me, Siren.
Siren, tell us, how much style and trouble do you have?
I have 2 style and 5 trouble.
Hell yeah. Give me your laundry list first, then we'll break it down.
Okay, my laundry list is I would also like to take the first track of the Angst arc, and then I would like to use one of my styles on the first track of the Grit arc.
Are those all the things you wanted to spend on?
Well, there's more. I have like a lot more stuff because that's only 2 trouble, so I'd have 3 trouble left. And then I'd have 1 style left. I think I'm gonna do In the Lab. Because that tracks, I think, with my character that I would like work on the board.
So let's start with the In the Lab beat. So you're going to spend 1 style to tinker in the lab, install mods from components you have. You can uninstall mods and salvage the components. You can roll to gain a random component. What are you trying to do?
I think I'm gonna roll to gain a random component. Oh, that's a 3. So I got a lens.
You got a lens.
Nice.
Yeah. So I think I've like, as I'm in the lab is my garage of my house. I'm
Classic
just like
lab.
next to my parents' car, like in like the corner by the utility sink. I like lay a piece of plywood over the utility sink and like just I'm tinkering there. And then I think I like find some like I'm like kind of shaking out my board and there's something in it. And I like find something that I can use as a lens that like got picked up as I was like, maybe it's a piece of bark from like one of the trees in the golden jungle that I like, it's shining and reflective. And I was like, oh, I can use this as a lens.
You have this bonus ledge you can add to your inventory and potentially in the future use it to mod your board in some way. What are the other beats you want to do?
Okay, I want to do... And I'm kind of wondering if I can, like, these tie into each other. because the first of the grit arc is one style, a goal, a montage where you work towards a goal, practicing impossible trick in the driveway, building something no one believes in, saving change in a jar, etc. And I take one slam from that.
Okay.
I was thinking that I would be practicing at the pipe. I'd be like just working on like more stylish tricks. Like I'm very competent, but now I want to be like have some flair in it. And like just practicing being like, check it over and over again. And then I was thinking that, so the angst arc is, I was thinking would be jealousy and would have someone from BRB show up. And maybe this is where I can get my ass kicked. No, you said you were going to surprise us. You said, I don't know why I'm so hungry to get my ass kicked. I don't want it hanging over me.
We see a montage of Siren Stanfield at the pipe, just practicing tricks over and over again. You are like a worker. You are a person who just like does it until you get it, until you nail it every time. And all of your stuff was very like surgical. Like you did the trick executed, but there was never that extra bit of like weird movement or flair that made it your own. It was like you did the standard by the book kickflip. You did the standard by the book tray flip. You grinded exactly the way the book tells you to do.
Yeah.
And now trying to add in just that little bit of flair is a lot harder than you think. Like just that little bit of extra you being put into this sport, into this pastime, into this way of life is throw it. Like you continually take slams in game terms, but also just like slamming onto the ground, doing tricks that you always could do. Like you land a tray flip 99% of the time. And now it's like 30 because you're trying to put a little extra stank on it.
And I think I'm watching our video again and again and like zooming in on each one of the teammates and just seeing, because they're all so good and like some of them look so effortless when they do it, that I'm just trying to be like, what is it about it? Like, is it a flick of the wrist? Is it like their center of gravity? Is it a different spot? And I'm just trying to like experiment with that, and it's just fucking me up. So I'm like covered. I've got like scrapes all over my elbows. There's like new rips in my jeans. I've like lost an earring, like got ripped out. Like trying to do that.
I think I want to give you the slam worked.
Ooh. Okay, love it.
You just get absolutely, as you are falling and you are just taking hits left and right, scrapes, bruises, batters, torn earrings, the whole shebang. You, but much like the ground beef that should have been in the meatloaf, look like a pound of ground beef.
Oh my
That's
God.
tough.
My like bangs are sticking to my hair with sweat because I'm just like trying so hard. The sun's like beginning to set, and I think I just like I finished this montage of like slam, 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 and I'm just like hitting the ground, and I'm just kind of like I'm working, but maybe didn't get like any better today. And then I'm just like sitting with my board, like maybe kind of resting my head on it as the light is fading.
As you are laying back, as the sun is setting, and you're kind of just like leaning on your board as a pillow, just, you know, chest pumping up and down as you are like breathing hard from all this work you've been doing. There's little bits of blood like scattered all over the pipe. Just another way of signing your name in Slugblasting community.
Yeah.
You see a long shadow approach you from the distance as backlit by the setting sun. The shadow spreads out 10, 20 feet as it moves towards you slowly on a pair of laser blades glowing at the very bottom. You see, as you open your eyes, you see Whiplash, the kind of de facto face leader of BRB, looking down at you.
I kind of scramble to sit up and like...
He immediately puts a laser blade on your shoulder to keep you down.
Oh, no.
Can I fucking help you?
Yeah, you can help me by telling your fucking leader guy to chill, okay? We're doing the real work here. Alright, we're trying to get Slugblasting recognized as a real fucking thing, not just some fuck around stuff that kids do on the side. This is a real thing that we're doing, okay? And you guys are just getting in the way.
Okay. That sounds pretty sell out to me.
Oh.
Damn.
And sorry if you care more about you and your fucking crew care more about sponsorships and like money, but we're about is about like it's in our name, man. We're about like questioning authority and like questioning everything.
Yeah.
And just like there's so much out there. Whatever. I don't even know why I'm talking to you. Just let me go. I'm going home.
He just kind of leans down right over your face, his face upside down to yours, looking down over you.
I give him a no. I Spider-Man kiss him. No, I don't do that.
Looks down at you and kind of like, this is a kid who is still a kid. Like, these are teens, but is maybe like a junior or a senior. And you see him give you that like smile and condescending laugh that you mostly see from adults. Looks down at you and goes, sounds like you guys got a lot of questions. All right. We're the ones here working with answers. You can be fucking around all you want with your and your what and your who the fuck cares. We're the ones solving the problems, okay? So if you're not going to be part of the solution, if you're just going to be another question, get out of our way.
I like go to push him off me and like stand up. But as I do, I like trip over the edge of my ripped jeans a little bit and just like stumble a little bit into my board, and it just like skids off into like the pipe and just like kind of slowly settles. And I'm just like, fuck, whatever. And I just like flip him off and go like jump on the board and like skate away. Or try to skate away.
The board kind of flies near his feet, and he kicks it over towards you and lets you ride off. You kick and push, and it hurts every time. Not because of anything that he did, but because you overextended yourself trying to add some style. And I think the thing that is lingering in your mind is the truth of you guys are young. This is your first big break, if you can call it that. You don't know who you are. Your name is a goddamn question with 5 fucking question marks.
Yeah, I'm thinking about that, and I'm just like thinking over and over again, like, it's a fucking stupid name, and we suck, and like I suck the most, and I'm just so angsty, and I'm just like so mad, and like I think about how cool they're like. I don't even know how to laser blade. I just like don't have. I tried it once, and I like hurt myself, and I'm just thinking about like, is that cooler? Like, is like boarding lame? And I'm just like so angsty, and I get so jealous of like their sponsorships, and it just seems like so far away from where I am at that moment.
I think there's also a moment of you spent the whole day trying to not be yourself, and it hurt.
Oh my God.
Ryan!
Damn!
That sucks, dude.
Teens!
And I think just to add a little tick to the jealousy that is your slam, I think it's not only the jealousy of this person has the sponsors and has the answers and stuff. This person knows exactly who they are.
Oof.
Whether or not that's good or bad, 100%. Whiplash is whiplash.
Honestly, if you know who you are as a junior, loser. You know who you are in high
Seriously,
school.
have the capacity to change. Yeah.
Peaking in high school, a lame.
Know thyself, Socrates, okay? Siren, you skate home, every kick and every push hurting a little bit as you overworked yourself, and you settle in. Is there anything else you wanted to do with your style and trouble, Siren? And just a reminder, you have now 2 slams going into this next session. I believe, are you the one that has 3 slam boxes?
I have 3 slam boxes.
Okay, so you're not as bad as
Hell
Sammy,
yeah.
but you're still...
Yeah. More like slammy.
Fucking got him.
Fucking
Nice.
got my ass.
But really, folks.
Bam.
So I do have 3 trouble left, which is also like slammy.
Do you want one of my style to do be good and clear 2 trouble, or do you want to hold on to the 3?
You know what? I think because I will take I will take that style unless you want it.
No, I got extra.
Because like I do feel like I have a really supportive family, so I feel like I come home and like in time for dinner and my mom like sees how banged up I am and she just like gets me some bandages and like does a little alcohol swab on my elbows and like patches me up, and then I just like help her do the dishes and like set the table like extra nice, and I like maybe like the lens that I found from my board, the component I have, it like I like set it over like a candle, so it like makes an extra like I set it over a little tea candle, so it makes a little extra glow at the table, like makes it extra nice.
Your mom sees you walk in battered and bruised and looking worse for the wear, not only physically but mentally, and opens up the cupboard, and there are a number of like boxes labeled like 1 star to like 5 stars, and she grabs like the 4-star treatment. She's like, oh, it's one of those days. Bandages you up, hydrogen peroxide. You're very familiar with the sting of that, and finally she gets to the end of that box and pulls out a little Tootsie Roll Pop and hands it to you.
Oh, cute. Thanks, Mom.
Thanks, Mom.
And we have the best fucking meatloaf I've ever tasted in my life.
Nice and soft.
And you're like, where did we get this? And your mom's like, it was delivered to us by Jen De La Vega.
It's like, I hear she's the best chef in town.
I'm in the game. You're in it now.
We pull away from the Stanfield house as you enjoy a quiet moment where, at least at home, you know who you are. Who wants to go next?
Abby, do you want to go, or I can go?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, go ahead.
Summer, let's take it from you. Tell us, what's your total style and trouble?
Summer had she had 8 style. Now she's got 7 and 4 trouble.
And give me your laundry list of the stuff you're gonna get.
Yes. Okay. So I want to spend 1 style on inspiration, which is the first part of my smarts arc.
Okay.
I want to spend 1 style on being good to clear 2 trouble. I want to spend 2 style on portal discovery to explore the map and find something new, some new information about our map. And then I'm going to spend the rest of my style in the lab, and then I'm going to clear my 2 remaining trouble with trouble at home.
Wow.
Damn.
Let's go through some of the quicker ones. Portal discovery.
Yeah. Portal discovery, exploring, eavesdropping, crunching data, scouring old message boards, etc. Pick a world that borders another and roll 1d6 to see what kind of portal zone I learn about.
Yeah, so what worlds are you looking between?
I was really taken with the Golden Jungle, and I've heard rumor that we can get to Desnine?
Whichever you want.
Disney?
I think it's Des9.
Desnine? Through like other routes, but I know they border each other, and so I want to try to find something between the Golden Jungle and Desnine.
Great. Roll a d6. We'll see what type of portal it is.
Cool.
That's a 4.
4. One way to be. So it's the correct direction from Golden Jungle to Des9. But it's go ahead and roll another d6.
5.
Only open sporadically. So you find on an old Slugblasting message board the portal that is called the Winking Eye of Des9.
Nice.
Dang.
Good name.
Wow.
Very good name.
There is a kind of a natural ramp that Slugblasters love that goes through a waterfall in the Golden Jungle. And at various intervals, depending on where the 5 suns are, a portal opens into Des9 that allows you to land that jump through the waterfall and immediately go into like another great trick. So it's like the perfect line for Slugblasters if you time it up right.
Nice.
Multi-world lines are not particularly common. Like they're really tough to nail. So it's a cool spot.
Very cool.
Let's go in the lab with Summer Boggs. Summer, what are you modding your gear to be?
So she's going to use one style to install mod that she has the components for. And so I'm going to install on my reality cannon a matter lens with one lens and one disc, which I already have. Roll to create large amounts of soft amorphous matter which coheres onto random objects and terrain with time.
Wow.
I'm going to just add this because you didn't read the last line. Specific,
Why would you-
complex, or immediate forms may require some kick. So you may have to spend some bonus things to get exactly what you want. Don't try to put one past me, Abigail. I know you too well.
Slug Daddy is paying attention.
Slug Daddy came to play, honey.
No. And then I'm going to use 2 more style to roll to gain a random component. So I'll get 2. The first one is I rolled a 2, so 1 is a disc. And I got 2 discs. Okay.
She's cooking.
I'm cooking.
Let her cook.
Abby, give us a quick description of what this modification process looks like. What is your lab? What does it look like? What is the gear? And finally, what is the form of this matter lens take on your reality cannon?
Summer's lab is disguised as an arts and crafts station because her parents are not supportive of her interest in science and tech.
That's right.
But they do really want her to find her own way within the world of art. And so there's like beads and string and everything you could want to make all of the friendship bracelets you ever wanted and things like this mixed in with like much more complicated little components and like tools and other sorts of things. And so her lab station is just within part of the house. Of all the siblings have their own art studio area basically designated to them, so it's there. And so she affixes her matter lens to her reality cannon, and I think it looks kind of like a kaleidoscope of having like a bunch of different, almost like a mosaic of like tiles and beads that are a little bit see-through but not 100%.
Ooh.
Which is where that tricky part comes in with like I'm gonna create matter, but I'm not entirely sure what it is because these aren't fully clear.
Gotcha.
She had to make do with what she got.
You've got this smattering of lenses that you've attached to this thing, almost like you're changing lenses on a camera, like one of those old Bolex cameras that has like 3 lenses attached to it. You now have a matter lens on your reality cannon.
Yeah.
This whole time, your parents, every now and then we hear like soldering guns and like, things, and your parents are just downstairs thinking like, oh, she's probably doing like, mixed art or like woodworking.
Metalworking.
Or something.
Yeah,
Metallurgy,
Sure.
Honey, she's getting into sculpture.
Ooh.
Abby, what else did you want to spend your stuff on?
I wanted to spend 1 style on being good to clear 2 of my trouble, because otherwise I'll have 7,000 slams. And so I think that Summer knows already that her parents are not going to want her to be involved in Roshane's comptroller campaign.
Yeah.
And so it's too corporate. It's too the man. And so she is being really good. Like she's making little crafts and like putting an effort into the arts. And when it's her turn to set the table for dinner, she does it in like a very avant-garde, creative manner of folding the napkins weird. I don't know. And so she's trying to be very good, even ahead of asking her parents, and she's hoping that she can position it as like I'm gonna do the posters and come up with like the graphic design, which her parents, it's right on the border of too corporate, but it's also art.
Right.
So,
Poster is real corporate adjacent.
So she's gonna be good by doing the artsy version of chores.
Nice.
Summer has learned well how to function in this family. If that means you've gotten really good at making a friendship bracelet out of necessity.
Yes. I think also she has given friendship bracelets to everybody, and like
So
they're fun and cute.
Love
We're
it.
all wearing them.
What are the last couple things you have on your laundry list?
The last two things are to spend one style on the first track of the Smarts arc for inspiration. A big idea strikes you, gnawing at your mind and flooding you with adrenaline. Do we know what it is yet? You drop everything to go work on it. Pick a teammate who was there. And I think Summer is really intrigued by what happened when we combined the reality canon and the infinite backpack.
The Voidware backpack.
Yeah.
The Void backpack. And so she's like, there's gotta be some way to bend physics and revolutionize portal travel maybe. And there's something here that could be really cool. And she doesn't know how it works or what it is yet, but she's really interested in that.
Who's there with you while you're having this realization?
Did Summer steal my backpack?
Yeah, I was going to say, I think it's Rashid, where we're having a meeting to talk about what the posters and what your ad campaign will look like for Comptroller. And the whole time, I'm only kind of half paying attention to you as you talk about what you want your image to be. And I'm just staring at your backpack. And then at some point, I just tell you, yeah, I think I've got it. I think this is all good stuff. Okay.
Great. You have the neighborhoods for the constituents I want to target and the voter blocks.
And then
Great.
she's going to grab his backpack and run back home.
Oh, feed the gerbils.
I just
feed
need it for inspiration.
Yeah, okay. It's good chat. Is Sammy with you? No? Okay.
Oh.
You run off with this Voidware backpack and start messing around with it with your reality cannon. Not quite firing the two into each other again, because it was pretty unstable, but starting to see oh, you have this matter lens now. Could that possibly react differently to the functions of this reality cannon? If you added a parameter dial, could you be able to tune some stuff in? What other mods do you need to make this a functional world to world portal or emergency escape button for Slugblasters? This could be anything.
Yeah. And then the last is to Trouble to start my family arc with Trouble at Home. Your family disapproves.
Oh, boy.
How and why? And do you care? And I unfortunately have to take a slam, which puts me at 2.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Come on and slam. Wow, it's going to be a bad...
But before
a tough one.
Before we zoom into that scene, because I want to, what are the 2 slams that you're taking?
Well, the first slam it was a super slam, untethered. So she still has that one. And then...
Let's play through the scene and see if we find something.
Okay, cool.
Summer, who is in your room with you as you're working on this piece of inspiration when your parents come in and catch you working on not art?
Ooh, I think the sibling who is the most understanding of my wanting to break away and do my own thing is my oldest brother, Jude, who specializes in watercolor painting.
Oh my God,
and
so
is a very
gentle.
sensitive soul.
Oh,
And sees
hot.
the beauty in all, and he understands how physics can be art, even if no one else really does.
Oh,
Classic.
All right, who wants to do an Australian accent and be Jude?
You don't have to.
Sure,
I'm
sure.
noping out of this.
I'll do it.
It's fine.
I can do it. Let me
Yeah,
think
there
about
it is.
Steve Irwin for a second.
And then if you just think about Bluey,
Oh, crikey. Look at this one here.
Rashane, do you want to play Summer's dad?
Yeah.
his name is John, and he does he specializes in charcoal drawing.
Okay.
Oh.
Summer, you're working at your art station / workbench with your brother Jude, who's enjoying this as your dad walks in and catches you in the act. Very much, this is very akin in your house to oh no, this isn't porn, I swear.
Oh my God.
I swear, I'm doing watercolors.
I have my art stuff spread around, but I also very obviously have out a calculator and graph paper. So there's kind of no hiding that this is math.
Yeah. I think John knocks on the door and then just opens it and goes, "All right, kids, art check. Let me see what you're working on. Art check. Art check. Jude, what do you do? What you got?"
Jude, do you want to show?
Earlier today, I was doing this in plein air.
Great.
Down by the pond.
Beautiful.
So I really tried to capture the light of the, I just want to apologize to any Australian listeners here. We respect your culture and think your accents are hot here.
Yeah.
We're trying.
And we love Bluey. So I really tried to capture the way that the light hit the pussy willows here.
Yeah, I see that.
Great job. So
we'll
you.
get Maccas for you later.
Thank
Summer,
you.
what you got? What the hell is that? Is that a calculator on graph paper?
No, it's just
What?
She was doing some avant-garde sculpting.
Oh, okay. Show me the sculpt.
I heard she's been into sculpting lately.
What's avant-garde about this?
Yeah, I was inspired by Chrysanthemum's work, and I thought maybe I'd do some sculpture.
This looks like a
but
backpack.
I thought maybe
It's not her. She's just holding it for a friend, Dad.
I saw mine. I'm holding it for a friend.
You're holding it for a friend. What's in there then?
Just a bunch of gerbils.
Okay, I can live with that. That's not.
Yeah.
At least it's not math.
I thought.
There's no abaci in there, are there?
Well, no. Did I thought maybe with sculpture because I could map out
Right.
how the angles of it and like how it would come together first and then get to start. So like math could be a part of sculpture.
No, Summer. How many? How many times have we talked about this?
I feel like it could.
There's no room for maths in art.
Come on, Dad.
There's so much room for maths in art.
There's no room for math. What's our family motto? Everyone say it with me at the same time on the count of three. Ready?
Okay. Yeah.
1, 2, 3. There's no room
maths
for math
in art.
Jude knows it better than I do, actually.
I feel like it could be because, like, Jude, when you're doing painting, aren't you like you're calculating in your head how much water, the ratio of water to the actual pigments for it? Like, there's math in everything. It's beautiful.
I actually feel like it. I feel like it's more like a song that comes out of my fingers, and I'm singing it.
Jude.
I'm singing it.
That's
on the page.
Summer.
But that's just my personal experience, Dad.
What?
Dad,
yes, what?
Dad, she's really good at maths. Like the teacher, like went out of their way to, like, make sure that the rest of the class knew that she was good.
No,
the teacher.
Sorry, but you should be proud.
Wait, the teacher. You're going to school then, Summer?
No.
Dad, we legally have to go to school. You know this.
Okay. You don't. We can homeschool you here just fine, actually.
Wait, are we homeschooled? Did I?
We are
fuck that up?
Summer's been sneaking into class.
Summer, you're going to school?
Sorry,
it was
Sam.
just some of my friends were talking
You're
about
grounded.
that.
You're grounded?
No.
No, you're grounded. This is it.
Dad, that's not fair.
Dude,
not
you're also
fair.
grounded. How about that?
Me?
You're both in this room together now. Don't leave. You can't leave this room. Summer, you're not allowed to leave.
Find more time to paint.
I'm British
Yeah,
now.
don't
Sorry.
make me make a sculpture.
All right.
Don't make me do it.
Summer, we are artists. We don't need skill, and you don't need machines. You're gonna paint something for me, and until you paint me 5 paintings where there's no math involved at all, you cannot leave this room. And I know when Jude paints them for you, he's done that before.
Okay, I know.
Do
I
it.
know.
Do it yourself.
I have
want
a
to see
very
your
distinctive
vision.
brush style.
Exactly.
Yeah, but Jude has been able to hone that over years.
Summer, it is now your turn to hone something yourself.
Dad.
I love you both deeply.
And we start to pull out of that scene as Summer is forced to, against her will, paint with watercolors. Man, Jude was right on the... I think Jude's cool, but then he had that one line that was a little douchey, and I can't tell if Jude's cool or not.
That's the artist collective for
love-
you. Are they
love-
cool or are
I
they
think
not?
I love Jude.
He's not pretentious. He's just really, he doesn't think about pretension. He just really feels it and like talks about art
Gotcha.
all the time.
Can I quickly tell you all what all of the siblings specialize in? I can't remember if I already told everyone.
Oh,
Yeah,
I wanna know.
I don't think you
Please.
have. Yeah,
Tell us who the
us.
siblings are.
We have Dad, John, who does charcoal drawings. We have Mom, Janice, who does mosaics exclusively with broken bits of things that her children have broken. And we have a giant mosaic on the side of the house that is ever expanding titled Motherhood.
Oh,
Oh my
wow.
God, I love it. I love it.
And then
funny.
oldest brother Jude, who does watercolors. He's very sensitive. And then we have the twins, Sky and Shadow, who have gotten very into performance art.
Oh, if the
It's
twins
so
ever come
good.
up, I would like to play one of the twins. I think Shadow.
Yeah.
Part of their performance art could be eschewing their accents.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh no, we're doing the accents, warts and all.
And then we have Chrysanthemum, who does sculpture, and she used to do clay, but she recently graduated to marble, and it's very expensive for the
wow.
family.
which is why the mother only does broken pottery and the dad does charcoal, which is just burnt wood.
Yes. And those are the siblings.
Love the bogs.
We pull out of the brightly decorated, shimmering, mosaicked Boggs home as there are, a million dream catchers and wind chimes, and there's like 20 flags around the house that have been that represent various artist groups and collectives, and also the Boggs family crest. And Summer, just want to make sure you didn't have anything else that you wanted to do.
The only thing I have to do is pick the name of the slam.
Oh yeah, what's the name of your slam?
Sore hand.
I mean, grounded.
Grounded is great.
Grounded. I think it's grounded.
Grounded's great.
Grounded
Which is
and
funny
untethered.
because yeah.
Oh, grounded and untethered. Oh my god, I love that.
Yeah.
That's intention.
Gotta do it.
That can be the name of your piece that you're
Grounded
reluctant
and
watercolor that you
Yes.
do. It's grounded /
I love backslash
like
in the
it.
title.
untethered.
We pull out of the brightly decorated Boggs house and over into Ruby Ginto's house.
Mm-hmm.
Ruby, why don't you tell us what total number of style and trouble do you have, and give us your laundry list of how you want to spend it.
Ruby's got 3 trouble and 4 style.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna take under trait beats. We're gonna take just vibin'. That's 2 style.
Love it.
We've got 2 style in the chill arc for caught in a plot. And then we're also gonna start the family arc for 2 trouble.
Oh
Trouble
my
at
gosh,
home.
so much family arc. Let's start with just vibin'. For 2 style, you just being you, playing video games, sleeping, eating chips, chasing butterflies, whatever. Tell us how carefree you are, and then tell us what trait you gain.
Ruby is skating through the main town drag, and she does several hippie jumps. Do you know what a hippie jump is?
No, what's a hippie jump?
It's while you're moving and you just jump over things and still land on the board.
Oh, so the board doesn't jump. You just-
Yeah, the board is still moving and you jump
that's
and
so
land
cool.
back on.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's sick.
it's pretty scary. I've tried it. It's very scary.
I think I've done that on accident when I was trying to ollie.
She's finishing a bag of chips that say soup with SOOP, and she just chomps on it. It's tastes like soup. And she's just going around town, chilling, looking in windows, and just crumpling up chip bags and then making them into friendship bracelets. She's gonna take the trait, guys. It's you accidentally notice the stuff everyone else didn't, like hidden panels, perfect skate spots, and looming monsters.
Man, I love this game. Guys is so perfect. You can call that out at any time during a run, and you're gonna notice something.
Just Ruby's looking around.
I love that. You had just vibin'. You had what was your second one before your arc? Oh no, your first one was it was both arcs.
Yeah, the chill arc and a family arc, but we have Caught in a Plot and Trouble at Home.
Let's start with Trouble at Home, then go to Caught in a Plot.
Okay, yeah.
So trouble at home, spending 2 trouble. Your family disapproves of what you're doing. You're going to take 1 slam and pick a teammate who notices. Who do you think notices as your family? Which of your teammates notices as your family begins to disapprove of your lifestyle? Who's there for this scene?
It's definitely Sai. It's definitely Sai.
Yeah.
And who do you think would be talking to you? Is it your mom or your dad?
It could be either one.
Elliot, you want to play Ruby's dad?
Sure.
Tito.
Tito.
Hi, Tito.
Ruby, I think you are hanging out at your home with Siren. Usually you guys hang out at Siren's place because it's way chiller. You can eat all the weird snacks you want. At home, you're eating like plain rice cakes or like the dried rice cake days. And I think there's a moment where your dad comes into the room and you turn around and you see he is holding one of these Slugblaster posters of your crew. And on the bottom where it's like, it's got Rashane's, it's got question mark printed really big and like bubble letters. But then at the bottom, it has like credits like a movie poster would. And Rashane's name is big, but then while your face isn't visible in this picture, your name is on the bottom of this poster.
Sorry about these snacks, Siren.
Ruby, what's this?
What's what, Dad?
Why is your name on this slug blasting poster?
My name? And Ruby, like, looks and squints.
He holds it up. Now, is this some kind of misprint, or were you slug blasting again?
I've never seen that before, Dad.
You know, the Doorways folks were saying that finding your children's name in the materials is a bad sign. That means they're out slug blasting. So I want you to be honest with me. Are you out slug blasting?
Yeah, but not a lot, Dad.
Siren, Jesus, why do you have so much blood on your clothes?
I was helping a cat from a tree.
Yeah, Dad, the cats here are dangerous. Did you know that?
I fell out of the tree because I saved a cat.
Okay. Let's say I believe that for now. Ruby, I just need you to answer me. Were you slug blasting? Is this poster real?
Well, Dad, I was kind of just in the background, as you can see.
It looks like you're having fun. Are you having fun here?
What's wrong with having fun?
It's dangerous, Rubes.
It's not that dangerous. I'm like okay at it, right, Si?
I'm gonna get some pamphlets. And goes to the other
She's
room.
good at it. She's so
Dad,
good.
you don't have to bring pamphlets.
No,
that's like
Ruby.
a waste of paper. Are you like hurting the environment or something?
This one is about potential. This one is about potential damage to your body. This one is about potential damage to your mind. This one is about potential damage to your mortal soul. So you take a copy of each of these as well. I want you to read that. And no, I don't want to see you on any more slug blasting posters.
She turns it over and it says, "This is your brain on portals." And she like cringes. She's like, "Oh."
And now, you should read that. It's just some really important information in there that you kids might not consider, but it's going to affect you when you're older if you keep doing this stuff.
Dad, you know exercise is very important to a balanced lifestyle.
Well, you can exercise, in the jungle gym out back. You haven't used that in years.
Well, it's because I'm not good at it.
All right, well, maybe we could go on daily walks together instead, and you could come bird watching with me. Yeah.
Oh, man.
So slow.
It's robin season,
Again with the birds. Dang, Dad. So uncool.
Well, when you're older, you might think birds are pretty cool, actually.
All right.
Siren, aren't birds cool?
Don't answer that, Si. Oh, Dad. Really cramping my style.
I better go. I think my mom.
But we're about to have meatloaf, Siren. Please, I've set a plate out for you.
The meatloaf slides out of the tin and just lands on my phone.
Thank you. Oh, tinned meatloaf.
Tinned meatloaf. It's
Okay.
more economical.
Was this on sale, Dad? Oh, man.
Of course. I only buy things on sale.
I look to Ruby and see if she like really wants me to stay. I just like look to her to get a check on her vibe.
Her eyes
right
are
now.
like wider than you've ever seen.
Okay, I'm like, okay, looks good. I'll stay.
Great. Well, so dinner's in 10 minutes, and I want to discuss the pamphlets over dinner. So read up.
Okay, Dad.
You guys flip through these pamphlets as you've been ordered to do. It's a lot of propaganda from Doorways being like, this is your brain on portals with like a picture of a fried egg.
Damn, Siren. I'm so sorry. I owe you one.
It's cool. It's cool. I had meatloaf last night too, but it's cool.
You guys flip through these brochures, and there's actually something that you notice at the bottom.
Oh, gnarly.
And this has been true for Doorways propaganda for a while, like Doorways brochures. There's a lot of like hastily written comics that are supposed to like look cool while making slug blasting look not cool, and they'll have like weird Bible verses attached to them or something like that don't match what's happening. But oddly enough, they're well researched, and a lot of slug blasters learned how to like hack portals because of these comics. It's like it's pure like dare doesn't work. It just makes people do more drugs.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Awesome.
Doorways has been like kind of accidentally feeding the youth of Hillview and the multiverse ways to do portals, and it's just a great kind of like fuck you bit of knowledge that all slug blasters have against Doorways of like, you guys don't even know, but like the reason we're doing this is because you taught us how.
Goddamn.
Do we like learn like maybe not where a portal is, but where like some options of where portals might be that we could investigate for next time or something?
I'll say I'll give you guys the equivalent of like an advantage on the next time you guys investigate a portal. So like you can roll
Nice.
2d6
Okay,
and pick the
sweet.
one you
Someone write that down.
I am.
Sweet. Okay, great.
Hold him to it.
I was like, you know what? I'm gonna hang on to these for now. This looks like one of these drawings looks kind of familiar. I'm gonna hang on to these.
All right. I don't need them all. And she like opens the drawer and there's like more pamphlets.
Oh yeah. It's also like they're different pamphlets, but it's all the same information, just like in a different order. Like you've read all of this before. And then Ruby, what was the last beat you want to spend for the chill arc?
I'm going to spend 2 style on Caught in a Plot.
Caught in a plot, you overhear something, get mistaken for someone, get ushered in the wrong line, etc. What's something that you overhear or witness that you maybe shouldn't have or weren't supposed to?
She sees a sign downtown for free snacks. And she walks into like a multi-purpose room. And there are like more pamphlets, but there's like younger people around. And she stands in line and she's like, yeah, they got the cool chips. This flavor is called Folklore. They're chips in the style of 1790s Hillview. And when she takes a bite, she goes, history.
Oh my god.
I love the idea that these are like Lay's potato chips, and they've done this for every small town in America.
Yeah.
Obsessed.
Yeah, and she's like shoveling the last few crumbs in her mouth when she gets to the front of the line. And it's an organization of cool teens who are giving away free safety gear. But it's like really ugly. Like it's really ugly safety gear. Like football level like padding.
Sure. Just like way more than any slug blaster would.
They're like,
reasonably
they
wear.
slam it on the table and they're like, protect yourself when you're blasting, man.
What's is the vibe of this? Are these like slug blasters? Are these like concerned teens? Or are these like? Does this feel like it's being helmed by like a greater power who's helping them?
It is definitely part of a greater power, but Ruby doesn't quite clock that.
Not connecting the dots.
You get this great bag of chips that you down real quick, and it's like it's a family size bag, and you just eat the whole thing. It's not a personal one, full one. And as you're getting the last bit of crumbs, they slam this gear in front of you, and it's big. It's like football helmets, like football shoulder pads, big like almost like breastplate armor type thing, all very bright orange. very like safety vest with like reflective. You see there are reflective plates that are reflective in the human light range and also in like infrared and stuff. And you see off in the background, I think Ruby only glancingly notices, is a person in a long lab coat holding a box of coils and crazy fifth dimensional gear that was the entry fees from the Hardecker 5-hour tape jam. And that person walks through some double doors that like a bunch of like dry ice steam comes out as they walk through.
Ooh, free stuff, cool. And she hoists it over her shoulder and just shrugs, okay, and leaves.
I'm gonna say, Ruby, if you wear this stuff, I will give you, for as long as you're wearing it, a bonus trouble spot. So you, rather than having 8 trouble be your max, 9 trouble will be your max. But you will look hella uncool. The last thing to do is, as we close out this period of downtime, is to choose what your guys' next run will be.
I kind of feel like going somewhere and making another video of like maybe the rest of the crew is like, oh, we should make another cool video to show off our tricks, but also there's a little twinge of like, and make sure all our faces get in it.
Yeah. And we need to tag it.
Except Sammy is like, but we should make sure we get a few shots of Roshane saying, vote for me for comptroller in the video.
Right, it'll be like a combo.
Let's make a billboard in another place. So
let's make a
everybody
billboard in another
see
place.
it.
Ruby, that's a great idea, Ruby.
I think we should make like a video of all of us doing a trick, and then like make sure we get, each one of us doing an individual trick that really like shows off our signature side.
Yeah, totally. Does everyone feel like they have the ability to do that?
Yeah, definitely.
What do you mean
I mean, I'm gonna have to find some more tape. Running low, but I could borrow some from my sister.
Yeah,
she's not that interested
we
in
have
it
all
anymore.
the supplies
Sweet.
and necessary and skills.
Yeah, I'll just steal some extra tape from the twins. They don't need it.
Great.
Their movies are shit.
Summer, you were saying there's a new portal you found?
I found one. I was reading about it on the message boards, and it's so cool. It's but it's like kind of sporadic, and so I don't know when it's open and when it's not. And that, could be kind of cool to like pin down.
Yeah.
So like time it, get us over into the Dis9.
Let's do that.
Yeah, let's do that.
Oh, and we just have to register some voters in the other worlds, because they can vote in our district.
I bet Dis9's full of voters.
Yeah, I bet too.
That's the vibe I get too.
Yeah.
You guys grab up all the gear you need and make your way over to the portal. As you make your way to the main portal into the Golden Jungle, you guys are skating. It's like sun is coming up. Many of you have to sneak out of your houses. Some of you are able to walk out the front door. Some of you are pushed out the front door in Roshane's case. Like, hey, honey, go Slugblast.
No, Mom, wait.
Getting up before dawn so you have the maximum amount of time to Slugblast in other worlds. You guys are skating in this early morning light towards that familiar portal under the water tower in the center of town. And as you are getting close to it, you all of a sudden feel wham, bam, as out of nowhere, figures in the dark are slamming into you, forcing you to careen towards a second portal. A portal normally hidden behind a thick concrete door, now opened. A portal all of you as Slugblasters know to fear. As you fall through this portal into an unknown plane of existence, into an unknown world where you may or may not get back from, where you may or may not know the path from, you hear the members of BRB. Hey, have fun with your faithy. You guys, as Slugblasters, know there is one thing that is one of the most important things for Slugblasters to do at some point in their career. It's a defining moment for them. And it is also probably the scariest thing you can possibly do in the multiverse. It's a faithy. A faithy is going to a plane, going to a world where you do not know your way back home.
It's like a walkabout.
Oh my god.
You can't force someone to take a faithie. They have to pick when they do it.
You guys land hard in another world, not sure how you will be making it home. And that is all for this episode of My First Dungeon, Slugblaster. Tune in next time to see just how these 5 Slugbasters will make their way back home, and if they can make a cool tape that will highlight each of them individually.
Slugblasters!
Slugbasters!
Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye. Slugs.
Slugs. This season of My First Dungeon is sponsored by MythWorks. Grab your own copy of Slugblaster by going to myth.works and using the promo code MFD2025 to get 20% off your order. This episode features the voice talents of Elliot Davis, Jen De La Vega, Brian Flaherty, Abby Hepworth, Carolyn Page, and Shenuk Tessera. This episode was edited by Elliot Davis and Brian Flaherty. Sound design by Jay Stroutman. This episode features a theme song and original music by Behold. Additional music provided by artlist.io. And if you want even more My First Dungeon, then become a member of our Patreon. There, you'll get access to ad-free episodes, bonus actual plays, and you'll get to hear the cast talkback for this episode, which sounds a little something like this. You know what? I'm gonna give us a goal for this talkback. And actually, you know what? For every talkback this season, I'm deciding this right now.
Okay.
Yeah, hit it.
Every talkback, we have to come up with a piece of Slugblaster slang
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh,
and figure out
fun.
what
Yeah.
it means, and then we can
I like
incorporate it
it.
into the game as we so choose. My First Dungeon is a many-sided media production. And remember, if you're having fun, you're already doing it right.
If you're looking for more great gaming content from everyone here at Many Sided Media, you should consider subscribing to the 20-Sided newsletter. It's a free, bi-monthly newsletter for people who love games, make games, and just love making games. To subscribe, just go to 20sidednewsletter.substack.com or follow the link in the show notes.